thank you for joining us again at Tesla Ariel. This is another video of an everyday drive we do. Not really every day, more like once every other week. So for this drive, what I want to talk about is a few things that you would expect the Tesla to have but doesn't have. Okay, my wifey has a few things. Probably she would say the first thing. What is it?
No light.
Yes, in a car this expensive, it's the light here on the in the mirror, in the vanity mirror. So both driver and passengers. Our previous cars, both Mercedeses had them, right? So that's one thing. Another thing that my wife noticed is what we kind of need when we're accelerating fast. It's these little handles over here. Okay, so the Tesla Model S does not have these handles. Okay, so whenever I go to warp speed, as I like to call it, there's nowhere for passengers to hold on. It doesn't have. Also, one thing I noticed is I sometimes have to bring a suit with me, so there is no place to hang your suit or coat. So that's the third thing that we're kind of missing in the Tesla Model S interior. Another thing that our Mercedes didn't have, that our previous vehicle before the Mercedes had, love, do you know what that is? It's remember that little case for the sunglasses? Yeah, our previous Mercedes didn't have it, and neither does this Tesla. The size of the sun visor is kind of small. That's another thing that we noticed. Although the material is nice, it's Alcantara, but yeah, the size of the sun visor is small. Autopilot is doing well. Those are minor things. Okay, another thing that the Tesla Model S doesn't have that I wish it had was although we don't use the back seats a lot because it's mostly my wife and I in the car, it's that little thing in the middle, that center armrest with the cup holders, and the fact that there's no rear cup holders. So that's another thing that I don't really like about the rear. Although the rear seats are, it's a really wide car and it's wide enough to fit 3 adults. What else? Another thing I don't like about the Tesla Model S, that the glove compartment, it's accessible by this button here. It's a bit small. Okay, but then again, what do you need to put there? So before, in our previous vehicles, we put gas receipts there. Gas receipts, and a lot of gas receipts. Since we do a lot of driving, it's a lot of gas receipts. So at the end of the year, we would have this much, and we would give it all to our accountant. Now, I guess we don't need gas receipts anymore. So that's completely fine. Another thing is lacking in the Tesla Model S. Well, I guess, it's modern cars they remove old technology and only use the new technology. It's the lack of a CD player. So there's no CD player in the car. I like listening to audiobooks, and I have a bunch of Tony Robbins audio CDs that I can't play here. Yeah, but then again, most modern, like in the late 90s or in the 90s, 80s, cars used to have cassette players. But in the early 2000s or mid 2000s, I guess the auto manufacturers could detect the lanes, so I'll just do manual control. So So the auto manufacturers did away with the cassette players. The CD players going the same way. And there's a sacrificial lamb. That guy got pulled over. Oh, another thing that the Tesla, I think, is lacking that other similarly priced cars have. I'm not sure. Although there is a redundancy of this within the car. When you have a blind spot sensor, normal other cars would have they would have a little light in the side mirrors. Oh, one little pet peeve, I guess. I was trying to install this dash cam, but I couldn't get a clean dash cam installed, but without using some tape. So over here, this is a Papago dash cam. So you just pull it out if you want to see if it's recording. So it's good, high definition. What I usually do with my dash cam installs is I tuck this wire behind this this piece of the headliner, and it's a bit tight, so I couldn't really tuck in this piece of wire in the headliner. It makes for a weird wiring situation. I just wanted to share with you the things I kind of expected that the Tesla would have, but it didn't have. I know all of my other videos kind of feature the stuff I love and rave and like about the Tesla Model S, but you know, this Tesla is not perfect. Lots of people will say, just get a Mazda this, Honda that, Kia this, Chevy that. Yes, fine. If you really want to save money, that's the car you should buy, because you couldn't really financially, justify comparing against those cars. But if you're coming from the perspective of a German luxury car, and then you're considering a Tesla, what you would find out is, let's say if you're in the market for maybe a Mercedes E-Class or 5 Series, and then you look at the monthly lease payment on it, as opposed to a payment on a Model S, you might be just a little under, and you might have a payment of maybe just $100-$200 less than a payment of a Tesla Model S. However, if you factor in the cost of fuel and maintenance, and mind you, by experience, Mercedes maintenance isn't cheap, so you will end up ahead. And also the fact that the 8-year and unlimited kilometer battery and drive unit warranty helps, especially if you rack up the kilometers like we do. So I'm not sure if you can see 7,197 kilometers, and it has been just 39 days. So we do drive quite a bit. That concludes another episode of Tesla Ariel. If you like this video, click the thumbs up. If you haven't already, share the video and subscribe to my channel. Again, thanks for watching. Bye!